Thanks for tuning in, George's Car Vids. So I just locked the store up for the night, and I've got to do a vehicle transfer. So I've got one that just come in yesterday. I've actually been waiting for this thing to come in for a couple weeks. It finally showed up, and it's going to need a few things before it's lot ready, but it's something I've never driven. And we'll do a little, we'll just call it used car review. We'll do a little used car review on this thing. We'll see what we think about it. I'll tell you a few things that I like, and we'll check it out together. I'm going to have about a 47-mile drive home in it. So give me just a second. I'll give you a little walk around and show it to you, and we'll talk about what it needs and what I think about it. All right, and here she is. This is a 2019 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport. I think it's got like a right around 94,000 miles, so no, under 100,000 miles. So this is a JL model. The previous generation was the JK model. So the last couple of days, I've got several Wranglers in the last few days. The 13 that you've seen in my previous video, I sold it yesterday. It's gone. So this just come in. Like I said, it's a JL. So one of the biggest differences you're going to notice is going to be the backup camera. This, there's a plug, you can unscrew it. I've actually seen people, when I worked at the Jeep, I worked at a Jeep dealer when these first come out. So these screw off. I've seen people relocate them and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's got spare tire, nice Michelin tires. Needs a couple things I'll show you, but black. It's got good equipment on the inside. So when we hop on the inside, I'll show you the equipment, the interior in this, in a JL versus a JK. It is a day and night difference. You'll get more amenities in the JL. They made these a lot more comfortable. So I drove this a little bit to do my inspection. I can tell you this, there's a day and night difference between the way a JL drives and a JK drives. There is a huge difference. But this one seems to be a little more tame on the road when I drove it. We're gonna do a little bit longer drive. We're gonna see what we think. Like I said, a couple exterior things. Like somebody tried, you can see, get you down there, you see somebody tried to heat that bumper up and fix it. And mission unaccomplished. It must have been really kind of battered up. We might get rained on. We're getting a few storms. But it's got nice Michelin tires. I'm gonna have to put a bumper on it. And then it's got some, the hinges all look good, but it's got some bubble rust, or I don't know what this is. But I sent it to body shop and get that fixed. Other than that, the exterior of this thing's in great shape. It's got the hard top. The Freedom tops are a little bit different to take off. I was going to take them off and drive it and do a how-to video on how these come off, because they come off super easy. And these things are a ton of fun to drive once you take those Freedom tops off. Give me just a second. We'll get inside, we'll get comfortable. All right, I've got all my stuff. So this is, I mean, you're gonna have power mirrors and power locks. They're on the door. You've got automatic headlights. This has really good equipment. No power seat on this one. I think you can actually get a power seat in these now. But the Freedom top, here's the big thing. You know, you used to have the screws that go in there. Now it's just, they pop off, and then your normal hinges in the front, but these all pop off. I'll do a how-to video on taking them off and storing them, and then you guys could see how much fun these things are to drive with the top off of them. All right, so automatic headlights. We're gonna hop in. You get in, you've got the remote start on, so I'm gonna hit the button. Like I said, it's got a few little issues. TPMS sensors are reading intermittent. Those may come back as I drive it. 92,892 on the miles. Let me turn that blower down. It needs an oil change. Auto start stops having issues. Shocker. And then, like I said, I might put air in these tires. I might drive down the road and these come back. Now it's just telling me my front tire's low. So we'll see what happens as we drive it. But the equipment on this thing, the interior is a day and night difference. I will be the first one to tell you that. They did a good job with this interior. So I'm gonna come over here to the center screen. As you can see, this does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So let me plug my phone in, and it's gonna pop on. Oop. Let's turn that down and go to CarPlay, maps. So just that easy to get into your CarPlay, and then it'll show you like that's like your home screen. I've got a CarPlay demo that's gonna drop. It'll drop. Today's Saturday, so it's gonna drop tomorrow. This will probably come out Monday or Tuesday, so there'll be a good CarPlay demo. You may want to go back and watch it. I'll put a link. I tell you what, I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one. They were able to move these, your power mirrors and all that. Not power mirrors, but your power windows are all down here. Your locks. That's a media hub. I'll just get you down there. And then the shifter's neat. So this is an automatic, so you've got, you know, your shifter here. Sometimes it's probably gonna take me a minute. Sometimes I want to grab down here to put it in the gear. Them being that close together, I mean, I don't know how good of an idea that was, but that's one thing I noticed in just the short period of time that I've been driving this thing. So the rain's starting. You can probably hear it hit the top. So I'm gonna get you at the climate controls. So you've got heated seats, automatic start stop, heated steering wheel, hill descent. You've got a decent sized screen. I wish the Apple CarPlay would just blow up on here, or this was a little bigger, but I'm sure on like Rubicons and stuff, I'm pretty sure that screen's a lot bigger. Steering wheel audio controls. I mean, this has a good amount of equipment. I'll just point you in the back because it is pouring rain, folks. I mean, this thing's nice. It's gonna need a few things. Let's take it up the road. All right, just like that, we are on the interstate. I'm running. I've got cruise control locked in right at 80. I've driven about 19.5 miles. As you can see, almost 23 miles per gallon. To me, driving it, it's a little more of a better ride. I mean, really, it's very comfortable. The seats in this feel superb. I drove a JK with a 6-inch lift one day this week. Then I drove the 13 that you guys seen me do the inspection video on. I drove it home and sold it the very next morning, and I knew I would. I had customers who were actually waiting for that Jeep to come in. And then the day I sold it, yesterday, this one come in. We were a little busy, so I did an inspection. But like I said, very well behaved. It feels peppier than a JK. I don't know. I think it's the transmission and the gearing. So I think they went to like an 8-speed or 9-speed automatic with this, with the 3.6, and it's really got some pep to it. I at first thought this was a turbo 4-cylinder because first time I got in it and hit the gas, it got off the line really quick, a lot quicker than what I expected. But it is a 3.6. We're gonna get around. Let's see if we can get around this semi. Get back up to respectable cruising speed. I mean, very comfortable on the highway. I mean, you can hear a little bit of wind noise, as I would expect with one of these. I mean, this isn't a Lexus SUV, it's a Jeep Wrangler, but for what it is a very, very comfortable ride. Now that I've driven one of these a little bit longer, I'll be honest, this drives, in my opinion, just as good as the new Bronco. know what I just said. So I've told a lot of people, because I'd worked at a franchise Ford store for just a brief time before I come over to the used car independent dark side. I should probably do a video on that. But I was really impressed with the Broncos that I drove. Decent power, and even if you hop in a Badlands with the big knobby tires, very comfortable and drives very well. I mean, I'm on the interstate running every bit of 80 mile an hour, and I'm not getting blown all over the road. It's comfortable. I don't feel like I'm getting beat to death. So big difference in between a JK and a JL as far as that goes. The interior is much better in the JL versus the JK. You get more equipment in these, and of course they're an upgrade, so they're supposed to be better. But Jeep done a really, really good job with this. Like I said, I worked at a Jeep dealer briefly, and well, I worked at a Jeep dealer for a long time, but briefly when these first come out. I never really drove one for any extended length of time. So I've been in this thing, I think I'm like 26 miles into it. I'm comfortable. I'm on 64. I could keep on going to St. Louis or wherever. Very comfortable on the interstate. Wouldn't be afraid to take a trip in this at all. So it's Saturday, so either tonight or sometime tomorrow I got to go drop this off so I can get the body work done, the bumper, and then figure out what's causing this auto start stop light to be on. I still got TPMS light, but I got one tire that's like 2 pounds too low, so I know what that's going to be. We'll wrap it up on the 2019 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport JL. Okay, I dropped the Jeep off. It's been a couple days later, and I didn't film anything because it was storming. I was gonna take the tops out, shoot a video with it. I'll have it back soon. Thanks for tuning in and watching the video on the 2019 Jeep Wrangler JL Sport. Again, thanks for tuning in. If you like stuff like this, consider subscribing to my channel. Give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you think about the Jeep Wrangler JL. Is it an improvement over the JK? Is it better than the new Bronco? I try to answer everybody, so please comment, consider subscribing, like my video. I'll have another one together soon, and I will see you then.